Hi, I am Elsa Marita with the last student number 48, and here I am with my partner Dian Suci Pertiwi. We will explain about our discussion towards the analysis of the article which titled Bullying in Middle Schools, Prevention and Intervention. I am in charge of number 1 till number 8. So let's get into it. What is the context of the article? The article is situated within the context of middle school education in the United States, focusing on the issue of bullying among middle school students. The discussion revolves around the need for safe and supportive learning environments. As outlined in this, we believe, framework for middle schools, the article aims to address bullying prevention and intervention strategies, reflecting broader concerns about students' well-being and academic success. Number 2, what is the issue or problem being addressed? Well, the problem being addressed is the prevalence of bullying in middle schools and its negative effects on students. The article highlights the various forms of bullying, such as physical, verbal, and relational, and the need for effective intervention programs to mitigate its impact on both victims and perpetrators. Number 3, what is the author claiming? The authors, Amy Milsom and Laura L. Gallo, claim that bullying in middle schools can be significantly reduced through a comprehensive school-wide intervention programs. These programs should involve all stakeholders, including teachers, students, parents, and the community, and should be tailored to the specific needs of each school. Number 4, what is the argument? The argument is that successful anti-bullying programs require a holistic approach that includes clear policies, teacher training, student involvement, and support both victims and bullies. The authors suggest that a comprehensive strategy addressing both the individual and the school environment is necessary for effectively reducing bullying. Number 5, how is it justified? The argument is justified through references to research studies and examples of successful intervention programs, such as the Bully Busters initiative. The authors provide data on the prevalence of bullying and its effects on students, and they discuss the components of programs that have been shown to reduce bullying effectively. Number 6, is the evidence convincing? Is there enough? The evidence is somewhat convincing, as it includes both research findings and practical examples. However, the article could benefit from more extensive data particularly longitudinal studies that track the long-term effectiveness of the programs discussed. While the examples provided are useful, they may not be sufficient to fully support the author's claims. Number 7. Does the evidence support the claims? The evidence generally supports the author's claims, particularly regarding the effectiveness of comprehensive anti-bullying programs. The studies and examples cited align with the argument that such programs can reduce bullying. However, the scope of the evidence is somewhat limited, and there is a need for more detailed data to strengthen the claims. Number 8. What are the limitations of the evidence? The evidence is limited by its reliance on specific case studies and self-reported data, which may be subject to bias. Additionally, the article focuses primarily on a few successful programs, without providing a broader analysis of other interventions that may not have been as effective. The lack of longitudinal data and the absence of discussion on the challenges of implementing these programs are also notable limitations. That's all I can convey to you, and the rest of the numbers will be explained by my partner.
Okay, for the next question, which is question number 9, can the conclusion be inferred from the premises? The answer is yes. The conclusion that comprehensive anti-bullying programs can reduce bullying in middle schools can be inferred from the premises. The evidence provided supports the idea that a holistic approach involving multiple stakeholders is necessary for effective intervention. Next, question number 10 is the argument logical? The answer is the argument is logical and follows a clear structure. The authors move from identifying the problem of bullying to discussing the characteristics of effective interventions, providing evidence to support their claims. The progression of the argument is coherent and makes sense within the context of the article. Next, question number 11 is it clear and easy to follow? Yes, the article is clear and easy to follow. The authors use subheadings and examples to guide the reader through the discussion, and the language is accessible. The structure is well organized, making it easy for readers to understand the key points and recommendations. Next question is, could there be another conclusion or interpretation? Another conclusion or interpretation could focus on the need for more individualized interventions addressing specific types of bullying or particular student populations. Additionally, one could agree that broader societal factors such as family dynamics or media influence should be considered alongside school-based interventions. Next question, do you know what other work that supports these findings? The answer is yes. Other research supports these findings. For example, Dan Alwell's work on bullying prevention aligns with the author's emphasis on comprehensive school-wide interventions. Research on social-emotional learning or SEL programs also supports the idea that teaching empathy and social skills can reduce bullying. Next, do you know other work that contradicts these findings? Have these been acknowledged and addressed? Some research contradicts these findings by suggesting that certain anti-bullying programs, particularly those with zero tolerance policies, can be less effective or even counterproductive. The article does not directly address these contradictory findings, which could be seen as a limitation. Next, question number 15. What assumptions has the author made? Are they acceptable? The authors assume that schools have the resources and willingness to implement comprehensive anti-bullying programs, which may not be the case for all schools. They also assume that bullying can be effectively reduced through school-based interventions without addressing broader societal issues. While these assumptions are acceptable within the context of the article, they may not apply universally. And the last question is, was the overall argument persuasive? Why or why not? The overall argument is persuasive because it is well supported by research and practical examples. The discussion of specific programs such as Bully Busters provides concrete evidence of how schools can address bullying. However, the persuasiveness of the argument could be improved by acknowledging potential challenges, addressing contradictory findings, and providing more detailed data on the long-term effectiveness of the interventions.